Welcome back to White Mountains Today, live from North Conway Village. I'm Chris Prue, and I'm joined by the folks from Cranmore Fitness in North Conway as well. We've got Alexis and Craig joining us. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having us.
And I know I feel out of shape. So far, I didn't make any New Year's resolutions, and maybe I should have because I feel myself sliding in the other direction. It's time for me to get back into it. And you guys have some great programs coming up to help me and the rest of the people watching accomplish that. So who wants to start with some of the programs you have coming up? Don't fight.
We have a great program starting tomorrow morning, and that's called Moving Forward. It's a team weight loss challenge. So it's a lot like The Biggest Loser, that type of idea.
Yep.
And you come in with 4 teams of 4 to 6, and you work with a coach. Craig and I are both coaches.
Yep.
And you can walk right in tomorrow morning and sign up, and it's 6 weeks. And you're considered a member for those 6 weeks. So it's really geared towards non-members who have that New Year's resolution of a good fresh start, moving forward for the year.
So you're considered a member. Is that because you encourage people to do more on their own, like outside of your classes and your weigh-ins and things like that? So someone who's really motivated to win can do some extracurricular?
Exactly.
Yeah, very cool. Now, you guys are both coaches, so do you guys, is it like a competition? Is it like all the reality music shows where you have coaches coaching people to victory?
Yeah, it's a lot like that. It's you want to bring out that competitive streak and help with those results at the end.
Yep.
There's a lot of one-on-one time with us. And it's going to be awesome.
That's very cool. And it's nice that this is like a group activity, so you can actually get your friends involved, because I think people see better results when they have a support system and they have people they're doing it with, because they're less likely to miss a class and do things like that.
Absolutely. If you have a friend or a coworker or a family member that's kind of on the edge, and maybe they're not quite sure if they want to get into the gym, this is like the perfect program, the perfect time to really get in and start that journey.
Very cool, very cool. What else do you have coming up?
Well, we have Fat Blast every morning next week at 7 o'clock, and that's with Ginger and myself. And we push you through different metabolic workouts, and we change it every single morning. So that's a 5-day Fat Blast.
So what's a metabolic workout?
Well, that's an interesting thing. I'm going to turn that over to Craig because he also has a program.
I do. I have an introduction class and a metabolic conditioning class. This is a class that, really focuses on the functional movements, but at a little bit higher of an intensity. So things like your bending and your lifting and your pressing type movements. And usually there's a weightlifting piece, and there's a skill involved, and we talk about that skill. You'll come into the class and you'll have a structured warm-up. We'll take 10-15 minutes. We'll go over a skill, and then that skill will be incorporated, of course, in the actual workout. And usually, it's like I said, like usually with a barbell or some sort of resistance training, and just a little bit higher of intensity. So I have a introduction class. Maybe you're new to fitness or you're new to these type of movements. We kind of break it down, scale it down a little bit for you, so we can really stress form. I like to think about it as like high intensity interval training with weights.
Very cool. Speaking of high intensity interval training, I know you're teaching a class. We were just talking off air about what do you have on Mondays? Because I have a schedule. Mondays is my open day, and I need to get in there. I need to stay true to a program, and that sounds like maybe something I might check out.
The HIIT training class, that's included with membership.
Yep.
It's high intensity interval training. So HIIT, not HIT, which we talked about before. I don't hit you.
Although with me, she might. You never know.
You never know. And I get your heart rate up and I get it down, and that's just an incredible burn. You get an afterburn, fat burn. So we do a lot of these types of classes throughout the week at different times. This class is at 9:15 on Mondays and Saturdays, so right after our interview.
So you've got to get over there. You've got to get out of there. We're getting pretty close, so we won't keep you very long. There's a lot of options.
Yes.
What if someone isn't sure about which one is for them? They're new to fitness, or they've gotten kind of out of shape. It's very intimidating sometimes to get started back into it.
It is.
Can they come and consult with you? And
absolutely. That's probably what we recommend the most. maybe call the front desk and they can give you a kind of a quick glimpse of what that might look like, or just come in and there's always one of us walking around and working. We'd be happy to take you aside and talk to you, see kind of point you in the right direction and see what might be best for you.
Great. And of course, you guys are the largest fitness facility in the entire White Mountains, probably north of, I don't know, Concord or something. It's a huge facility.
Yeah.
And so many resources there. Such a great gym.
It is.
It is.
A little bit of everything to offer.
Right. Anything else you guys want to add? Because I know you got to get out of here.
Well, there's another program other than this high impact, sweaty, hitting type of stuff we're talking about, and that's my 55 plus classes. So I just want to talk about that for a moment.
Yeah.
55 plus, currently I have a conditioning class. We just finished up a ski conditioning class, and then I'll be moving to a 55 plus TRX class, which I know you might. Well, you're not 55. You've liked the TRX in the past. I've got 55 plus hiking will be coming up, hike conditioning,
Nice.
golf conditioning.
Oh.
So those are constantly going on, and they're Monday, Wednesdays at 10:30.
Very cool. And
Yeah.
TRX, for people who don't know, is what?
Well, it's total resistance exercise, but we have straps
Yep.
and we have rip trainers. So there are two different products that we have at the gym. Yeah.
Very cool.
They're really great. They're used in the military. They're used for sports medicine. They're used physical therapy across the board.
So state of the art, lots of resources
Yeah.
over at Cranmore Fitness.
Absolutely.
And I know you've got to get out of here. So any last things you want to talk about before you go get some people fit?
Well, there's a couple more programs I
Okay.
just want to quickly go through, and you can always check our website and get prices and times.
absolutely.
We have, starting next week, we also have Monday nights cycling.
Beginner cycling with
Thank you, my cheat sheet.
rotator trainers.
Yep.
That's I believe a six-week program. We have
Is that different from spinning?
Spinning is a licensed program.
Yes.
We cycle.
I see.
Yeah. We have balance and posture with Marcus. That starts this
Yep.
week.
Yeah.
That's a 6-week program. And then with Carl, there's a street and functional fitness program. That's a 4 weeks, and I believe that starts on the 22nd or the 24th.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
What is it? Monday, Wednesday.
Yep.
That's a morning class.
Street and functional training. That's
Yep,
that
a lot
sounds
of
interesting.
body weight, calisthenics type movements,
Yeah.
working on like structural
fun.
stability, and yeah, that's
It makes me think of parkour. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Like
there's I wouldn't say that like formally, but he really stresses just coming in and having fun, working on your body movements and some swinging around and using some of the obstacles that we have
Yeah.
at the gym, and a lot of people find that it's super fun.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. Again, there's probably more that we haven't even touched upon, but best resource is probably the website.
Website, or come on in and see how we can help.
All right. Craig and Alexis from Cranmore Fitness, right in North Conway, right at the base of Cranmore Mountain Resort. So a lot of great stuff going on down there. New construction, lots of
Yep.
things going in. And again, the biggest fitness facility in the North Country. So we'll see you soon. I will see you soon, hopefully on Monday. And you'll get me back in shape.
Definitely.
That's right.
I'll text you.
And we'll be back on White Mountains Today.